welcome to Rev Sports. It's RCB versus RR, both teams coming off of a loss. But RCB are sitting comfortably in the top half of the points table, whereas RR are at the bottom half of the points table. So there's a stark difference between these two teams. RCB will play at the Jaipur Stadium after losing a game back home at the Chinnaswamy. Bharat, RCB versus RR. It's going to be in Jaipur. We've seen how the pitches behave over there. Who do you think has the upper hand?
It's difficult to say who has the upper hand. See, finally, one has to remember that the difference between RCB and RR is just one win. Currently, RR have two wins out of five, and RCB have three wins out of five. So it is basically one difference. One victory is the difference. So if RR win today, then it will be there will be no difference. Yeah, they're playing at their home ground in Jaipur. In the past, you have seen some slow tracks with a little bit of movement. So Rajasthan Royals at least know their conditions quite well. But having said that, obviously RCB have been doing well away from home. But I still believe at their home, Rajasthan Royals might have a small upper hand because they know their conditions well. The likes of Sanju Samson, Rian Parag, and all have played at that ground, and someone like Jofra Archer also obviously is in form. Though if you look at both teams, I think Royal Challengers Bangalore are a little more well-rounded. RR depend a lot on a few players like obviously Jofra Archer if Hasaranga is fit and playing, Sanju Samson himself. So and Rian Parag himself has not been in great form, but I still believe maybe if as they're playing at their home ground, Jaipur, maybe RR start this game with a slight upper hand because they know the conditions well and they might do well there.
Shomik, RCB has been phenomenal in all their away games. I think they haven't lost a single one of their away games. All they've lost is a couple of games, which were at Chinnaswamy, unfortunately. But, both teams, I think RR has more losses. RR has three losses, whereas RCB only has two losses. And it's going to be a green game tonight. And we all know what the green jersey curse is. I'm not sure if you're awake, Shomik, but every time RCB wear green, they lose. But looking at the conditions and considering the fact that they're playing in Jaipur, what do you think?
So, traditionally, the Swai Man Singh Stadium in Jaipur produces good batting with pitches, and Royal Challengers Bangalore this time have taken down, big guns on their at their lair. KKR at Eden Gardens, Mumbai Indians at Wankhede, CSK at Chepak. So they will be, they. I think that can confidence they will carry. See, it's still very early into the season. So, I mean, three wins or two wins doesn't matter. But this time around, RCB have been looking a good, solid unit. Um, so from that point of view, on the other hand, Rajasthan Royals, I don't think they have hit upon the right or a settled playing combination yet. Six bowler is has been their biggest problem. I'm a little surprised that they haven't still used Rian Parag and Nitish Rana as bowlers. As I say, even in the last game when they're apart from Jofra Archer, the other bowlers went for plenty, but still Rian Parag or Nitish Rana were not given a bowl. That was a bit surprising. One of the I think they will get the Hasaranga boost in this game. Hasaranga missed the last game due to personal reasons, and he will come back, and Faruqi will be left out. He might be an impact sub, but Faruqi is expected to be left out, and I expect a change for RCB also. Jacob Bethel coming in for Liam Livingstone. That could be I will not be surprised if the RCB team management makes that choice. So from that, I will put. I think RCB will have an edge. RCB will have an edge. But in T20 cricket, what anything can happen. We saw last night Hyderabad were on a losing spree, and they were facing such a daunting target. And out came Abhishek Sharma. and Travis said, and they went there in a blaze of glory. So it can happen in a T20 game. It's basically how you perform on the day. And from that point of view, although I will back Royal Challengers Bangalore in this game to pull off a win, but it is not. It might not be that straightforward. And for a
I just
change, I have. Yeah, yeah, you
I
have
just
heard it right. Yes,
I thought something went wrong. I heard Shomik say he will be backing
you have
RCB to
heard it
win.
right.
Glad, glad. Naman, two royals facing off each other. And you know, a fun, interesting fact here since I brought up the green jersey. RCB have played a total of 14 matches in this jersey and have only won four. Ha- Is that a real curse? Do you believe in that curse?
I actually don't believe in all of these curse. I mean, if that is to be believed, I think then the 18 season Virat Kohli 18 jersey, I think that is also to be believed. In that case, I think RCB is to win in the IPL this season. I guess then. I mean, no, I don't think that is going to work. But irrespective, RCB has been spectacular in their run away from homes. They have breached the Chepauk fortress. They have defeated Mumbai at Wankhede. They beat Kolkata and Eden Gardens. I think that tells you how the team has been performing away from their home. I think they're not. They have just locked themselves out of their home. That is it. They can't enter their home own fortress. They can't make it a fortress. Jaipur, Rajasthan is also playing their first game at Jaipur. I think it's going to be a good competition. Pacers haven't had the best of time in Jaipur, I believe. Their strike rate and average isn't that great. But irrespective, both of these teams have a good set of pacers. Hazelwood has had a slump in recent times, but I don't think the jersey is going to matter. I think RCB with their the batting order they have sorted out, irrespective. I mean, other than Liam Livingston, I think they have a strong batting lineup that can supersede Rajasthan today.
All
Gargi,
right. Yeah,
Gargi, I was not aware of this green jersey stats via the Royal Challengers Bangalore. But
really?
green jersey, yeah, but green jerseys usually are not that lucky. Green jerseys are not a lucky charm, I can tell you. And once again, I'm very, very tempted to draw a football analogy and my team. Every time Manchester United wear a green shirt, they lose. So maybe it is something with the color green.
Maybe it could be. Could very well be. But Bharat, when we look at the last match, RCB, good bowling performances. Phil Salt hasn't performed. Good bowling performances, but Phil Salt hasn't performed in the last couple of games, and his runs top have really mattered now that RCB lost that last match. You realize how much of an impact Phil Salt is making with the bat. But let's talk about the bowling. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Yash Dayal, both of them were brilliant in the last game. What do you think of the bowling lineup versus RR?
Yeah, they have a good bowling lineup, but I guess it would come down to whether some of their hitters can come good in Jaipur occasionally, if not all the times. I've seen some slow pitches in Jaipur, maybe a little bit too paced. So if they can come good, then I think RCB will do well. Talked about Bill Salt. Bill Salt might come and counter me by saying if I was not run out in that particular innings, I might have gone on to get a huge score. But I think he's the crux of what I'm trying to say, that all of them are hitters. Basically, they try to play through the line and on the up. If you look at Peel Salt, if you look at even the out of form Liam Livingstone or Tim David, even to an extent, Virat Kohli all like to play on the up and through the line. So in Jaipur conditions, if it is little slow, then maybe they will struggle a little bit. But I think that is where the problem lies for RCB. If they can get all these hitters to do well, then I guess RCB will come out on top. Their bowling attack, I think, is doing a job. It may not look great on paper, but it is still doing a job without looking great. Yes, Hazelwood has struggled a bit in the last couple of games, but still, you expect him to come good at some point of time. He's a class bowler, and Krunal Pandya is someone I think he's been very gritty. He may not have had great performances in a couple of matches, but he's been very gritty. with how he has bowled, even tried to bowl bouncers. And as you noted, Yash Dayal, if it is a slow pitch, might use his cutters, pull his length back, and do well. So their bowling attack, I think, is looking after itself. But I think the crux of whether RCB will win this game or not depends on whether their power pack batting lineup can come good if in case the conditions turn out to be on the slower side.
Shomik, I think Bharat over there has a valid point. Do you think RCB at this point are too dependent on or over reliant on the top order when we talk about Virat Kohli, Phil Salt? Okay, Phil Salt is not performing, but the others, Rajat Patidar as well.
No, I don't think so. They have even in the last couple of games, Team David contributed. They are absolutely not dependent on their top order. Top order is, I mean, you can say uh, top order is their royalty, given that Virat Kohli is there. Phil Salt is a fantastic player in this particular format of the game, and he has been in very good form. But absolutely not. They are absolutely not dependent on the top order. They have enough wherewithal in the middle. If you see Rajat Patidar at number 4, if you see, Team David at the death, even Krunal Pandya can bat. I mean, he is a very, very decent bat. So absolutely, they are not. The fact of the matter is that, see, it is a marathon league, sort of 2 months. 2 months, and you will see ups and downs. Sometimes players will score, sometimes they will not. It's not that it is. I mean, this Nicholas Puran's golden run is sort of unusual. The way he has been scoring every game, scoring in every game, Nicholas Puran in a high risk format like T20, it is sort of unusual. But it is also, I mean, he can. It is not the template. It is. You saw Abhishek Sharma, for example. He was not having big scores, sort of, and then when he came good, he, I mean, just he just blew off their opponents. He just blew off Punjabs, who have been one of the heavy hitters in this edition of the tournament. So, and at the same time, uh, even Kunal Pandya, these players are international players. They have played for India, and they are very, very talented players. Sometime or the other, they will come good. Devdutt Padikkal I mean, his game is a bit one dimensional. His game is a bit one dimensional, but his role in their team at number 3 is different. Sort of, he is like that glue in that who can stay who can hold one end up. But modern day T20 doesn't allow you to do that uh, that role, to play drop the anchor. But Devdutt Padikkal is not someone who will score at a strike rate of 180 to 100. But he is doing their role. From that point of view, is a very well-rounded side. RCB have been a very well-rounded side, and they have been showing signs of that. They have been winning 3 games out of 5 in a T20 format. It is very credible. And when you take into account that they have been winning on the road, they have been winning on the road against big teams. It's not just, I mean, they are not winning against mediocre teams. They have won against big teams, KKR, MI, CSK, whatever their form is at the moment. But they are big teams, and handling that away support, that is also a factor. And RCB so far has shown the resolve.
100%. I think this
I'll
is
set
one
a
of
point. I'll set a point. Crux of my point was, see, a lot of their batters hit through the line. So what I was trying to say is, if you look at the two losses they had, both at the Chinnaswamy, it was on tacky surfaces. It was on spongy surfaces or spongy bounce. So they were not able to hit through the line, including Rajat Patidar. They like a little more pace on the ball. Even Rajat Patidar or Livingstone or David or Peel Salt or, for the matter, to an extent, even Virat Kohli. So they like that little more pace on the ball, which I think they didn't get it at Chinnaswamy. So in case if they don't get it at Jaipur, maybe they might struggle a bit because they like a little more pace on the ball.
valid points brought up there. Cristiano Ronaldo is joining us. Look at
Ah,
this,
brilliant.
commenting on our show. And he's talking about RCB. that they should
Okay.
have controlled aggression in batting.
Uh,
He's also saying that one more
so
game,
I
Livingstone. Yeah,
so I must say, Gargi, goat recognizes goat. Cristiano Ronaldo and Virat Kohli.
absolutely. Goats of their own game. But Naman, Cristiano Ronaldo is suggesting that one more game and Livingston Romario should be replaced if he fails today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, they have options at this point. Livingston has had enough opportunities, 5 games, and he hasn't shown the best of his. I think a couple of games he showed something with the ball, but it has been a bit off from with the bat from his side. And I think with the lineup that RCB has and with the way Tim David has been scoring at free will, I think Livingston needs to understand what his role is exactly and how he has to perform. If he's to come down the order, he's just there to smash the ball away, like Tim David has done. He's doing it with, I mean, at ease. So I think there is some issue with Livingston, and I mean, yeah, they have RCB a couple of options. Romario is there, then there is Bethel also. He can also give you a couple of overs here and there. So I think RCB has the options on the bench. It's just the time. I mean, they're going to bank on Livingston for a while. They think that he can perform. He's in a good mental space. He has the experience to do it, deliver it. I think they're going to bank on him for a couple of more games, I believe. If not, then I think they're going to switch over to someone like Romario or Bethel who can provide that stability in the lower order.
More questions here. Bharat, Adarsh is saying Liam Livingston should be benched. He's not dependable at all.
Yeah, he has a valid point. If Liam Livingstone maybe fails in today's match as well, maybe give him one more opportunity or a couple more opportunities at max. If he fails in today's match, maybe just bench him. They also have the option of Jacob Bethel, though Bethel I think is a better player in the top order. Whatever I've seen, he's a good player of pace. Not very sure about his game against spin. Whatever little I've seen, even in the Under 19 World Cup, when he absolutely thrashed South Africa Under 19, or for the matter New Zealand when he averaged 15 in a recent Test series. It was mostly against pace that he looked very good, but he's also an option because he can give you that little bit of left arm spin as well, like, alongside his obviously left hand batting. And yeah, I think they might look at him because he's more of a batting all rounder. Yes, I agree. Liam Livingstone's problem, I guess, is sometimes he tries to, what can you say, muscle the ball too much, as they say technically. You are trying to hit it too hard, and when you try to hit it too hard or when you try to muscle it too much, then you lose the shape on your shots. I think that is what is happening to Liam Livingstone. A six can be hit even if it just crosses the boundary rope. It needn't go to the Kabban Park or Lal Bagh here in Bangalore. It just has to cross the boundary, then it will be six. I think that is what basically Liam Livingstone has to understand. You can look at how Team David is playing. He's also a big hitter, but he's not looking to muscle the ball too much, and that is why I think he's landing more sixes than someone like Liam Livingstone.
Others is also saying if Suyash performs well, this will be a complete bowling attack. Shomik Suyash has been going for a lot of runs, and it seems like he no longer has those variations that trick the batter anymore. It's almost like he's becoming a little predictable. And I don't exactly remember what match this was, but I remember him bowling too short and just giving the batters too much space to hit him around the park, and that's exactly what happened.
You nailed it, Gagi. I mean, he started off well against KKR at Eden Gardens, but you have nailed it. He's bowling a little too short. Length has been his problem. That is the biggest problem. So he needs to alter his length very, very quickly. Because if you bowl short, especially on Indian pitches where the bounce is not that steep, unlike the surfaces in Australia, for example, you are asking for punishment. And that's what he has been facing. So he will have to correct his length. He is a very talented bowler, Shreyas Sharma, and he is someone who has a big heart. I can tell you that, who has a big heart in the sense someone who doesn't get bogged down under pressure. So, but sometimes it can happen. It can happen. Sometimes it can happen. I hope he is working with the bowling coach, working RCB bowling coach, and this problem will be addressed sooner rather than later. Um, Surya Sharma, today I don't. If he plays today, I think he will come in as an impact sub. Not he will not be in the playing 11, but he will come in as an impact sub. But Surya Sharma is, as of now, is one of the weak links as far as RCB bowling is concerned.
Absolutely. I think he's that one bowler who's pulling them back at the moment. Naman, we spoke about this, but because Asim Hans has commented, let's take this. Let's bring this up one more time. Is RCB's batting over reliant on Salt's quick and solid starts? His run out triggered a mini collapse in the last match versus DC. Is this a weakness that RR can exploit?
Definitely. I mean, your openers need to bat significantly well in the opening few overs, especially in the power play. That is what the template been for for every team in the tournament. That their openers gave them a strong start. I mean, if you look at Mumbai, how they have struggled with their openers, or even DC, their batting also have struggled when their openers haven't performed. It came out too much on their middle order. Now that has also been gone on to RCB's middle order, and something that Rajat Patidar has been taking the load of, along with cameos from Devat Padikkal. And if Virat Kohli is anchoring the innings, then that is something that he has taken on. So this is something that they have to figure out, that if they are going to be an overly aggressive with the openers, they are going to go from the get go. If Salt is what is that is what he's aiming for. I think he just needs to figure out the way that he has to work out these innings. He shouldn't be going at a pace that is not under his control, a way that he is not risking the game too much for his team and not striking a collapse. So that is something that they have to figure out strategically. Other than that, I think Salt and Virat has been making a good partnership. They have given RCBs a good starts here and there, and I think if they work around that, they'll have a solid opening partnership here.
Absolutely. Bharat RN is saying day match. If RR bats second, Bhuvi and Hazelwood under lights over Yashasvi and Sanju.
Um, but it's only it is an afternoon match, right? So if RR bats first
Yeah.
and second innings also, the
Will be in daylight.
it won't be night. It won't be
Yeah,
night
exactly.
conditions at least. So indirect factors needn't really come into play. It's not about lights. I think it could be certain indirect factors, which obviously scientists themselves failed to explain what are these indirect factors in night conditions. When I asked Ravindra Mehta once, Dr. Ravindra Mehta, so they themselves are a little bit confused about this indirect factor. So I think we are not going to get night conditions in this particular match. So not too sure that will come into play. I'll just add one point about if there is any weakness in RCB side that RR can exploit. I think what they can really do is take pace of the ball as much as they can. Take pace of the ball. The same old point. I think a lot of RCB batters just line it up and try to hit through the line. So the best you can do is just take pace of the ball as much as you can, and let RCB's batters generate their own power and try to hit it.
Absolutely. RCB will be playing in green jersey today. Will that play a factor? We'll see, others. We'll see. We spoke about this for a little bit. Naman doesn't believe in curses. Shomik wasn't aware. I know the pain of green jersey. In fact, I went to watch one of the green jerseys match in Kolkata. It was against KKR, and KKR thrashed RCB that night. So let's not talk about that right now. Let's not jinx them. But Naman, if I have to ask you about Rajasthan's batting, they have been pretty inconsistent. Yes, Shimron Hetmeyer can turn the game around, but I think RCB bowlers have an upper hand here.
Yeah, definitely they have an upper hand in the sense that the batting order still is not sorted for Rajasthan Royals. They're still figuring out. They sometimes promote Nitish Rana to number three. They demote Riyan Parag down the order. It's a bit of confusing. Riyan Parag hasn't had the best of the tournaments. He is still trying to find his footing. It's and then there's too much dependence on Sanju Samson to score, because Yashasvi Jaiswal is also, I think, struggling at this point. And if I go on to the fact that their batters, Indian batters particularly, are struggling, Jofra Archer, their main bowler, who was struggling till now, he worked with Shane Bond, understood line and length, what is best for him. I think that is something that they have to do it for their batters as well. Try to see what is going wrong for them. Is the batting order causing a problem psychologically, or is it just something that they are trying to figure out? They're trying to acclimatize to the conditions. Is there something that going on in their mind? So that is a big concern for Rajasthan. They have a big explosive Indian batting order, and I think them not firing is a big upset for them. Yashasvi Jaiswal, international player now, he has to. I mean, they have to bank on him now. They cannot totally depend on Sanju Samson because it's getting too much. Ryan Parag, small cameos. Uh, Nitish Rana, one game. Other than that, I don't think he has performed brilliantly well. Uh, his order has been significantly changed up and down, and Shimron Hetmeyer comes two way down the order. He's not getting enough. I don't think so. And the time he comes up, I think the games are already away from Rajasthan by that time.
Yes. Bharat, RN is asking, I don't think you have the answer for this, but anyway, can you explain the meaning of personal reason of Rabada, Hasaranga, Marsh? And Rutu has a fracture in his elbow. What will the poor guy do? He can't bat. But the
Mark was
others,
out for
Mitchell
his
Marsh's
daughter.
daughter is not well.
yes,
Rabada has his own personal reasons, I guess. Rituraj, it is elbow.
elbow
And
fracture.
Asaranga pulled himself. I don't think it's a personal reason with Asaranga, whatever little I know. I think he pulled a muscle or something in the last match, and that is why didn't play in the last game.
Rabada went back to South Africa, I believe, for a
Well,
while.
Hasaranga also for personal reasons. Hasaranga also personal reasons. Rabada, as I already noted, he went back to South Africa, and Mitchell Marsh, as his daughter is not well.
Yeah. Shomik, in the last game, Rajasthan Royals, when you talk about that bowling lineup, they could not stop Gujarat from piling on 217 runs. Do you think, at this point, RCB just looks like a better team, even if RR is playing at home? You're on mute. And are you expecting any changes in the team?
Yeah, that I have already mentioned, Gagi. I mean, I am expecting, as far as Rajasthan Royals are concerned, I expect Hasaranga to come back in place of Faruqi. And as regards RCB, I think Jacob Bethel will play replacing, although it's a double-edged sword because if Liam Livingstone is there, he can be used as a bowler. He can be used as a bowler, as a spinner. Jacob Bethel, but still, I think they might be tempted to bring on Jacob Bethel in place of Liam Livingstone in this game. And yes, you are right. Overall, Royal Challengers Bangalore are a better team, more well-rounded team compared to Rajasthan Royals. And according to me, they are the favorites to win this game. Although, although I would like either Justice Jaiswal or Sanju Samson or Ryan Parag playing a special knock or doing something special to take the game away from their opponents.
All right. Well, we're only, I think, a minute or two away from the toss, so let's take predictions before we close the show. Naman, who's winning tonight? Consider the green curse.
No, I actually don't believe in those curses. I believe that RCB has a strong lineup. Rajasthan has a lot to figure out. But yes, the conditions will be on the slower side. It will be a drier surface, I think. And Pacers haven't had a good run there. So Hazelwood already on the slump. I think it might be difficult for the bowlers, particularly RCB, if the spin department doesn't work properly. And if Hazaranga comes in back for Rajasthan, I think he can enforce the middle overs. So I mean, I think RCB has somewhere the upper hand, but I think Rajasthan might supersede to it.
Bharat, your prediction?
Yeah, to some extent, I think I'll go on similar lines because, see, RCB, I think, are the stronger side of the two, and Rajasthan Royals depend more on individual brilliance. But as it is RR's home ground, where at least in the past, I don't know how the conditions would be today, but at least in the past, you feel that the tracks are a little bit on the slower side. Somewhere it feels as if somewhere my gut feel says it could help Rajasthan Royals a little more the way they play, and compared to how RCB's batters especially go about their business trying to hit everything on the line. So maybe as it is their home ground, it could be RR. Though I definitely feel RCB are the stronger side of the two if you look at both teams on paper.
Well, all right. Do we have the toss update? No, we do not. Shomik?
RCB.
Wow.
RCB.
Music.
I mean, given that Swai Stadium
So we
traditionally
have
produces
a
good.
toss update. RCB will bowl first.
There we
Okay,
go. So
okay,
RCB
very
is
good.
winning. That we know it for
And
sure
given
now.
that Swai Stadium traditionally produces good batting pitches, and if we look at the all-round strength of the two sides, I'm not ruling out Rajasthan Royals at all. But my money will be on RCB for this game, not for
100%.
the
Mine
tournament,
too.
not for the tournament, guys.
We will change your mind. We'll change your mind.
Okay, okay.
But yes, I also predict RCB to win. And with the toss now, it's more so uh, almost 40% guaranteed if you win the toss. Because
Yeah.
all teams chasing have a better chance at winning the IPL.
I
So, well,
think you're just
not the
trying
IPL.
to you're just trying to help yourself with the curse, I think.
Yes. Well,